What's going on, y'all? It's another episode of Mining Your Biz. I'm one of your co-hosts, Dr. Black Wealth, and we got...
Hey, guys. It's your girl, Miss Fab Financial, checking in.
What's up? So we got a #1 network for all things business and culture. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Listen, I want to thank you, 589 subscribers that we have, for supporting our channel, vibing with us, rocking with us for this long, leaving likes, shares, and comments. Please make sure you keep like, share, and subscribing, and share it to your friends.
Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing.
Good.
Keep them fingers tapping.
So today we're going to be discussing Biden appoints. It's so much. Biden appoints 421 judges and its impact on the people. That's way more than what Trump did. Trump had 220-something people. Mm-hmm. So our overview is going to be Biden appointments, investing in colleges.
He don't do nothing for black people. Come on.
Walmart rollback on the DEI program, and the United CEO Health United
getting gunned
CEO
down
Health
in the street,
100%,
like a rat.
Well,
like nothing.
It's New York. Everything's possible.
Don't do New York like that. Ooh, don't do New York like
Whatever,
that.
that's my city. I've seen somebody get stabbed going to Coney Island, so anything is possible.
It can't go down. It can't go down.
So in political news, your guy, President Biden, appoints 421 judges across the judicial system, with 40 of them being black women federal judges. We have got, he appointed them. We got recommendations from senators and the House members. Reviews from the nominees. It's 212 judicial nominations confirmed.
Let's go.
Including the Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown, right? Jackson.
Mm-hmm. She's on the Supreme Court. That was done a couple months ago. 44
judges appointed to the appeals court. 165 to the district court, which surpasses Trump's 234 judges that he appointed. This thing focuses on a lot of different things, from diversity, what's the impact on the judicial system, the significance for the public. Like, it's kind of a lot. So the question is, do you think Biden focus on diversity in the judicial appointments will create real change, or is it more symbolic? Is it for looks, or will they do some real damage?
Well, it's definitely not for looks. They're real judges. It's not like what Trump is putting up, like the fake props. These are real judges, people who are qualified to be judges. So I'm giving it an A+ for Joe Biden. And I'm giving an A+ to the Republicans, because they had to approve the judges. So secretly, I feel like they not messing with Donald Trump.
That's not what they said,
That's secretly what's happening, because they were like, oh shoot, through a thief in the night, we got to approve these judges because old boy is putting up Linda McMahon. We got to stop. We got to put some things in place here, because we're not too sure about the tomfoolery that's about to go down. So Biden, you got it. Literally, like, I want to say like 36 hours they approved these judges. Record time. A+ to Joe Biden, A+ to the Republican Party, the Senate, who got it done. A+. I'm here for it.
All right, cool. So I mean, I'm messing with it, man. I'm rocking with them. 40 black women. I support that. I'm gonna give it an A. I think it's a good move for the political space. I think it might be a good move for diversity. I guess we just have to follow them and see what type of court cases that come about. I mean, we definitely gonna talk about this soon, but it's the courts have an impact on what happens with our laws. So
yeah, absolutely.
It seems like a good check on balances in a sense. So I know Trump was like up in awe, like, why would you let him appoint them people? But
because he wants
still
the
got the power, right?
He wants unchecked power.
Right. I just pray that somebody do something of significance. You got a lot of civil rights lawyers in there. You got a lot of public defenders in there. You got lawyers with because we know his agenda and what they're trying to do, right? To repeal anything that was fought, whether you guys think it's significant or not. Equity, diversity, and inclusion was on the ticket for Joe Biden. And he pushed it to try to make it equitable. And when you have an administration coming in that clearly says being white is right, we don't care about any of that. We're going to put in our people who are loyal to us. I think you need to put protections in place, because that's what the government is there to do, to protect its people. Yeah, with this appointment, is now 54% now appointed by Democratic, shift the balance of those judges. I just hope that that the people that are appointed there fight for the people that they first went into office for.
I agree.
I don't think that happens, right? So a lot of times I'm the going in because this person, but then you get caught up in white people's agendas, and now nobody gets support. So
okay,
that's
with
what
the white
my thing
people
is.
agenda.
100%.
Okay.
In other news, my guy, everybody look. My guy, former Bucks owner, my guy Mark Larsey is in the news for making a bet, basically with hedgeways of investing into colleges for the NILs, right? So in his words, right, he believed that some schools are going to be selling majority stake up to 51% in their sports program to raise capital because they can't raise capital that will be a tax deduction to them specifically for the NIL deals. So the question will be, how will colleges raising money for the NIL deals without a tax deduction impact student athletes and the future of college sports?
I feel that corporations, wealthy colleges don't need any tax incentives, any cuts. That's basically welfare for the rich. Are you kidding me? This man who was and you better be on the same side of the table. They don't need that. We talk colleges is too expensive as it is. Absolutely not. They don't need a tax incentive, a tax credit, a tax deduction to compete. What do you say? Compete, then offer what? Better services for the college students there. Increase your attendance. If you consider the college as a business, increase the goods and services so more people come and buy your product. And I don't even think private money, I don't even think that should even be an option. I don't think that should be an option at all. And I'm giving it a C-. I'm giving it a C-.
Okay, cool. So I'm definitely I'm gonna give it a B, and the reason why I'm gonna give it a B is because I feel like you almost have no choice but to do this. From the passing of the NIL, when they passed the NIL deals for college students to get paid for their name, image, and likeness, I feel like it forced the colleges now to where they have to offer some level of competition in the sense of getting their athletes. Now, although I may not be for the support of the colleges getting money to advance the college, but be real, most of the college athletes who's going to benefit from this are going to be diverse people because that's who make up the sports world. So they're going to directly get an impact on the money. Think about Angel Reese and everybody else who benefited when this thing was first up in arms. And so I think they're going to be forced to do that based off.
But why? Why are they forced to do it?
Because they're forced to do it because right now with the name, image, and likeness is heavy marketed on outside brands coming in to provide deals for the colleges.
Absolutely.
Meaning Eagle Financial Group can go out and say, hey, Angel Reese, I'm going to give you $100,000. Support my or market my business.
For sure.
Blah, blah, blah. She makes money that way.
For sure.
Now, what's happening is now I feel that the athlete it's going to be emphasis on the athletes having their own managers to make sure that they, can manage their deals.
But how does that negatively impact the college? The college
well,
is going
to
negatively
impact the college,
understand.
but the forcing,
I do agree. I think that it helps smaller colleges compete with better athletes because typically the athlete will go to those top 10 schools, right, that have huge programs that can give them the opportunity to go to the NFL or the NBA or whatever, right?
Well, that's what I mean.
Right. However, if I'm a smaller school, right, in a smaller market, HBCU, I can still, bring in a player because they're going to get the NIL deals, but the school itself, doesn't necessarily have to compete on that level. It's like, well, hey, I could subsidize it, because I couldn't really afford to attract A players. My program may not be as great, right? I don't have a larger scholarship budget to compete, but they like my school, right? So, but they could get the NIL deal to compensate for maybe what the program or the school may not innately have.
But that's what I mean by they're going to be forced to they're going to be forced to take this money because they're going to have to offer the kids something. They got options. So now the school got to come with a tougher ticket than we just got a full ride scholarship.
For sure.
So that's where this is coming from.
For sure.
So so that's that. Woo! In other news
so
now,
what y'all think? Tell me should colleges go corporate or not? That's the question. Should corporate money go into college?
I guess.
I don't think so. That's a no. All right, moving right along.
Like it or not, they moving that way. So your people Walmart, Sam and them is in the news for the rollback
being who they are
of the DEI
being who they
program.
Are, the racist. We not surprised. Are we surprised?
Man, let me get
I'm so sorry. Are we surprised that Walmart said we rolling it back?
So
that's their tagline. Roll.
The world's largest retailer, America's largest private employer, right, has announced a significant rollback of its diversity, equity, and inclusion initiative. The decision comes amid, using big words, increasing pressure from conservative groups.
It wasn't no pressure.
And following the trends of similar actions by other major companies, basically after affirmative action. So the question is it better to rely on DEI for jobs or to stand out through unmatched skills?
This is so this is like silly sauce. This is true tomfoolery.
What's the tomfoolery?
This is so crazy.
Why?
Because the mere notion, this is how white supremacy works. The mere notion that DEI is somehow, right, a fringe upon, like, oh my God, people are getting in based upon their color. That wouldn't even be a thing if we had equal share from the first place. Like, this is so like what's that movie when it was upside down and you would go in?
Inception?
No. What's the movie with the kids and they would go inside and everything would be upside down? It would be reversed.
Oh, I definitely don't know.
The kids, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, it's like upside down world. The fact that you're supposed to feel bad about diversity, equity, and inclusion, that you should have a diverse workforce. It brings about better ideas. You also reflect the people that consumes for you. You should want to have equitable share in your company and inclusion. Why is that a bad thing? This is weird. The fact that we even negate and saying, should we have diversity and equity? Of course we should. But white people and people in power make you feel guilty because you want an equal piece of the pie. Now they sitting on the sideline angry and sad saying it's discrimination. Really? We've been discriminated against for 400 years. We never had an equitable share at the table. We never did. Wait, look at the man who he's putting up right now. They have no qualifications. We should be angry about that. We should say, oh, it's not about meritocracy. It's about the who's who and who you know, the old boys network. That's how it always been. So we had to push the needle every sense of the way. Diversity. Everybody on your panel is white, but your consumers are black. Can somebody in upper management look like me? Can they be a woman, a person of color? Anybody. Diversity, equity, and inclusion is not a bad thing. And the fact that Walmart did this shows us exactly who they are, and they get an F from me. An F, Walmart. Don't you have to worry about it. An F. An F.
I don't even know what to say. So much.
It's a non-starter.
So much is going on. I think I'm going to give it a D. I'm not for it or against it.
You should be for it. As the black man sitting at the table, but I'm
not really. You know, I think black people are asleep to what's around them. I think we got too comfortable with the desegregation. So a lot of people think that white people are your friends, and I think this shows you publicly who they are, right along with Trump, right along with everything else. And we are going to be invoking emotion and saying, "Oh, there's no DEI," when you could just be, you know. I don't know. You need to adjust to this. We get too comfortable, and this is the type of stuff that happens. And control, no matter how far up or down on the spectrum, is still control. This is a control factor, and I don't like it. So for me, it makes me think like, well, what can we do to help circumvent that? And to me, that's our platform pushing more business owners, pushing more people to be hired, pushing more people to be hired based off skills and not based off race. Because I do think, I guess in their defense, I do think that might be a slight issue. That's their company. They get to do what they want to do. That's the vision of America.
Sure. Well, don't y'all buy nothing from Walmart again.
I don't know, ma'am. I got to go to Sam's.
Sam's better not be on. Sam's, please don't break my heart and be on the list. Please. I don't want to have to boycott.
I definitely got to go to Sam's.
Please, Sam's.
I mean, we just got the Sprouts, but listen. All right, other news, man. My guy from the United CEO was like gunned down, murdered out inside of New York. Brian Thompson. It definitely sent shockwaves throughout the whole world in a sense, right? So he was 50 years old. He was gunned down December 4th, right outside of the Hilton in Midtown, off of 54th Street in Manhattan. The suspect they kind of got him was Luigi Nicholas, 26-year-old guy. And so, a lot of stuff around that. So is the shooting of the United Healthcare CEO a wake-up call for the healthcare industry to rebuild trust? That's a good question. What you think?
Okay, what's the question again? Because I'm mixed. I don't want to condone political violence.
But is it a wake-up call to rebuild trust?
I think more needs to be done. I think that people need to revolutionize, run out in the street, throw some shit in the air. I think disruption need to happen.
Oh my goodness.
Off with their heads. That's what happened with Regency with the periods, right? You had to be head. You had to be head. The people, the powers that be, sometimes forget that you need the people at the bottom, right? That's how capitalism works. And when you swing too far to the left and you're making millions and billions of dollars, right, and you can't approve basic health care for people, their basic way of life then becomes disrupted. Now they got to focus on you as the CEO making millions of dollars. So I think more needs to be done. I don't agree that he should have went about it that way, but I don't feel that. Go for it. Go for it.
Wow.
Go for it. Go for it. Throw some shit out the window.
Which you grade?
Go. Stand in the middle of the street. Disrupt. You got to be a disruptor.
Yeah. Change
is not change until it's changed. You have to disrupt the status quo and what they're doing because they'll continue to do what they're doing.
Yeah.
So is this is it going to be a wake up call for other CEOs? I don't know. Not just yet. It has to be more has to be done. More has to be done.
Got you. So, I mean, right off the bat, I'm going to give it an F because I don't want to condone, the violence of it. But I definitely think this is kind of interesting because the people are speaking in the ways that healthcare is expensive. You can't get a lot of stuff done. And I think when you think about the way European countries run their countries and how, I don't think nothing's free, but how they have made it to where healthcare might not be less expensive and all that type of stuff. I definitely think from a CEO perspective, it was definitely in the news how more CEOs were thinking about more high profile security when before it was kind of lax. Like not CEOs.
See, more needs to be done. They're like, we need security.
But this is CEOs across the board. So not specifically healthcare. But to answer the question, I do think it's a wake up call for them to rebuild trust because you got to. I mean, healthcare is expensive. The older you get, it's expensive. I do think there's some accountability that should be had on people as far as putting your health first, trying to do more preventive healthcare than reactive. However, I don't think is a need for healthcare to be as expensive as it is. So,
okay. So one more time, the question and the grade. Am I
Mine
grade?
Was an F.
You gave it an F,
right?
Okay, and it was based on.
I did the scenario F, but the question.
I'm giving it a C plus.
Oh, you slick liking it. You put the hit out.
I like the disruptiveness.
Did you put the hit out?
I did not put the hit out, but I understand.
I got you.
I understand. I don't want to condone violence, but I understand.
I got you.
Everybody is in that fuck around and find out phase. That's what it's at.
Oh, this is what's happening today. I don't even know this, Farrah. What's Miss Farrah? Listen, y'all. It's definitely a wrap today. We have unpacked a whole lot between Biden judge appointments, down to the colleges deals, down to the CEO of the United Healthcare being shot and killed, and Walmart DEI rollback.
Bye, Walmart.
So make sure you guys stay tuned for any updates that we got going on throughout the week. We drop an episode every week. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that bell, and tell a friend to tell a friend.
That's right.
And leave a comment about what you think. What can we do to get better? What you want to hear about? What could we go a little bit deeper on? And until next time, we'll see you when we see you.